Feeding your family doesn't have to be expensive. It can actually be quite inexpensive and quite easy. You just have to be willing to give up a few expensive items and replace it with inexpensive items. Welcome back to Broke Not Broken, and this episode is all about the traditional meatloaf and how I'm making it Shannon style. Today we are making a meatloaf, but not your traditional style meatloaf. We're making it Shannon style, which means anything goes, including soups. Now I'm making this the untraditional way. I am making it with, hold on. Yes, vegetable condensed soup. Why would I be doing that? Extra calories, extra vitamins, extra minerals for my children, and they won't be the wiser. Now, they love meatloaf. They love my traditional meatloaf, which requires a crap ton of ketchup. But if anybody's bought a bottle of ketchup recently, they know that ketchup is expensive, and I'm not doing it that way today. We're using strictly pantry staples and living as if the sky is falling. So if you have these staples sitting around, you can make this with me. Now, I don't keep dry breadcrumbs in the house. I don't make dry breadcrumbs because I would rather not waste my seasonings all the time. And sometimes I can find stovetop for cheapy. So you're going to need 1 cup of stovetop or 1 cup of panko or whatever your choice of dry ingredient is. It could be Ritz crackers, it could be oatmeal. You just need 1 cup. You're going to need 1/3 cup of carrots, if that's your veggie of choice that you're putting in, and 1/2 of an onion rough chopped. You're also going to need 1 pound of beef, chicken, venison, you pick your poison, and 1 egg. Now preset your stove for 375. Now, as you can see, I have everything in the bowl except for the soup. We're going to add the soup. Dun, 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 dun. This is me sneaking in veggies, guys, and saving money. Now, the reason I use the stuffing is it saves me on herbs and stuff, and I don't have to break up crackers or anything else. It's a simple mom cheat. Now I'm going to get my hands in here. Some people are going to freak out because I don't have gloves on. My hands are clean. We're just going to mix her up. Okay. And we're going to put this in a loaf pan. You can, if you want, make mini loaves. The difference on time is mini loaves might take you 20 minutes. If you do it in a mini loaf pan, this is going to take roughly an hour in the oven. And my kids are no wiser about what's in this. And that's a mom win to me. Now, if you do find that this is too wet, you can always add the rest of the stovetop to it. There's only 1/2 cup in there. Might as well add the rest because it's a little too wet to be going in there right now. We'll try that and see what it feels like. Now I'm packing this just in an aluminum foil pan that I had kicking around, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 45 minutes and then check it. 76 for the entire loaf. It works out to 72 cents per serving. Now, I would serve this with a side of mashed potatoes, which is also a cheap vegetable right now, or maybe a side salad if I had it. But tonight, it's just going to be served with a simple mashed potato, nothing fancy, or maybe a baked potato. Might do that too. Either way, those are cheap energy sources, and wait for it, yet another vegetable in this meal. So if I serve this with potatoes, the total cost per person for dinner tonight is still under $1 per person. And they're getting red meat, they're getting multiple sources of vegetables, and a side of potatoes. And I will be serving it with cake I made up yesterday as dessert, as well as an 8-ounce glass of milk or an 8-ounce glass of juice, therefore fulfilling all their needs. I do understand that grocery prices are high and people are struggling, but it's in that struggle that you find your niche. And this is my niche. I am good at finding recipes and ways of doing things that are fairly inexpensive and keep money where my mouth is, as opposed to the other way around. Now, every retro recipe book I've come across over the past 6 months has had its rendition of the traditional meatloaf. There's a reason that the meatloaf keeps showing up in all these old books. It was because it was cheap, it was easily accessible, anybody could make it on any budget, and it was always a comfort food. Not to mention, if you have extra beef, you can make it up and freeze it, pull it out the night before, cook it up on a separate day, and enjoy it in the future, and your future self will like you for it. I didn't make a second loaf today. Normally I do, but I just didn't feel like it. Sometimes we have those days. Now, thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip-flop.